Guys, Dan Hood again. Um, Filming, as you could tell, a little sweaty from the shop. Finished up another one for East Coast Slingshot Tournament. As I said, I promised I'd put one up a day. This one is very unique, so it's going to take me a while to tell you about it, so let's get going. Okay? It's a natural. I think Drew Bilbrey sent me this piece of wood. As you can tell, it had a lot of cracks, which I filled with glue. And then this one's been under fabrication for, oh gosh, almost a year and a half. Just because a couple of things went wrong. It wasn't coming out as nice as I wanted to, and it was also a study. You know, I watched lots of people do studies, and I did a study on slingshots. And I started this, and then when I got up to East Coast Slingshot Tournament and Southeast Slingshot Tournament and met Bill Hayes and his wife Duranda, Bill had been studying a similar idea. The idea that the handle does not need to be straight with the forks. If you look, there's actually, you see this sits so well in the hand with the curve and everything, and yet the forks are perfectly where they need to be. See? So it's actually a twisted handle, okay? And this one is very close. You can grip it like a pistol grip if you want, or just climb up on top of it. I really like to get up close to the top of the forks. But it was a study in that, and it was great to talk to Bill and Duranda while I was there, because Duranda was shooting one. She was shooting lights out with one that Bill had made with the handle, and he had tested a few angles, so we talked about the angles and everything. Now, the problem with something like this is it becomes a little more customized. This one fits my hand, may not fit the next person's hand as well. Plus, as you can see, it's not going to be a comfortable hold if you hold in the right hand. It holds very well in the left hand. Then, once I did that study and moved on, I just kind of left it there rough. Somebody was talking about, well, what would happen to a slingshot if you wiped it down in RIT dye? So I wiped this down in purple RIT dye. As you can see, some of it went really deep. Some of it just stayed on the surface. And when I finished sanded this thing, the stuff that went deep stayed, and the stuff that was on the surface sanded right away. But the thing that was really cool is you can see some of it as afterwards I repaired some of the cracks further once I sanded another time. And as you can see, some of that purple is down in the sand as well, but it gave it like a purple distressed look, which I thought was really cool. So that's another feature on this that was tested. Further still, you'll notice I made sure that both these forks were the same size. Okay, that took a little while. And you can see that another study was, this was twisted so nicely that, look, this fork right down here at the bottom is further closer to the hand than this fork. Gives you a spot to lay this fat part of my hand in there, and at the same time still have a place to put the thumb that's up close to the hand. It lays tighter into the hand. That was another part of this study. I'm telling you guys, this was a major study, this slingshot. Just as I went along, I learned things. Also learned, you can see the curved ergo that I sometimes put on things to make sure the hand tucks in well and it locks in. And then at the very end, somebody talked to me, I believe it's called Liberon finishing oil. I think it was Chad. Many of you know him as Quarter in My Nose. He and Bobby, one of his buddies, they're up in Carolina. They talked to me about it, and I tried that, and I got to say, guys, that stuff's really nice. It brings up a finish at least as good as tongue oil, maybe even better. But more importantly, it does it with half the number of coats. okay? It seals up, it's a lot thicker so it doesn't absorb in as deep as tung oil, and therefore it seals up the surface quicker so that you can get the shine on it faster. I'm very impressed. The only problem is it is not cheap. It's almost 3 times the cost of tung oil. But anyway, that was, once again, applying something here. And I did it the same way I do tung oil, and I had no problem at all. Now, what I need to do is I just need to take like an old t-shirt, soft t-shirt, and just rub this thing smooth. You can see a few of the imperfections here, not ripples, but this is how tung oil and everything leaves it, and then you got to rub it really hard with a cloth afterwards to just kind of smooth it all out and give it, I may put one more coat on it, I don't know. But anyway, one more, round 2 for East Coast Slingshot Tournament.